And now to the Middle East. Israel's latest raid into Syria is another example of how the country's civil war could turn into a regional conflict. Margaret Brennan is at the State Department. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning to you, Nora, and to Charlie. Well, those Israeli warplanes hit two military bases inside of Syria, and the attack comes as U.S. allies in the Middle East warn the Syrian conflict is spilling over. The Israeli strikes hit two sites, one near the capital of Damascus and another around the port city of Latakia. They targeted missiles reportedly headed to Hezbollah fighters aligned with the Syrian regime. The Israelis vowed to prevent any weapons transfer to that terror group. It's at least the second Israeli military intervention this year.
There is no strategy right now for the opposition, none.
At a hearing in Washington, the U.S. ambassador to Syria, Robert Ford, got an earful from Republicans about the continued instability in the country that led to the Israeli strikes. Tennessee Republican Bob Corker said the Obama administration broke its promise to support the rebels.
Do you feel good about what our country is doing with the opposition right now?
There isn't a person on my team at the State Department who doesn't feel frustrated by the Syrian problem in general.
Ford said the rebels were anguished by the U.S. decision not to carry out its own missile strikes. He argued the U.S. is helping and pointed to a recent delivery of 10 Toyota pickup trucks to the rebels. Arizona Republican John McCain said that won't help them win.
Trucks. That's a great thing, trucks, as shiploads of weapons come in to the Russian port, as plane load after plane load land and providing all kinds of lethal weapons. And we're proud of the fact that we gave them trucks.
As members of both parties criticized the policy, a human rights group reported Thursday that the death toll reached 120,000 people.
Can I say that our efforts to create a political solution or to contain the civil war are a success? No.
Well, U.S. inaction has angered a number of U.S. allies in the region, including Saudi Arabia, and Secretary Kerry travels there next week. He's going to try to reassure them that the U.S. is trying to stop the killing and is pushing for peace talks to begin this month.
Speaking of the Secretary of State, whom you cover, what is he saying to our allies about NSA spying?
Well, Secretary Kerry spoke to a London audience yesterday via teleconference and said, listen, surveillance has gone too far, and blamed technology for being on autopilot. He said he and the president learned of some of this spying after the fact, but he partially defended the program, too, because he said surveillance has prevented a number of terror attacks. Kerry, of course, is going to have some difficult conversations when he heads to Europe in the next few days.
Margaret, thank you.